on the previous episode.
My target price, and I think everyone's target price, should be 650K. Who knows, that could change if you want to really know. What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, episode 79 of the No Money Spent Thursday. There's not much we're actually doing on our account, but there's so many announcements. Most feared part 3. We do have a limited today. Let's hop into the content. Honestly, probably I'd say 2 underwhelming limiteds in terms of price for both these cards. I'd have to say probably target that under 400K, but the first one being James Robinson. 91 speed just isn't. I mean, we've gotten Derrick Henry, Chase Edmonds that are just overall better than James Robinson. Only on Jaguars, same team. Really good trucking back, a really good in real life running back. Definitely deserves an upgrade, but he's got to be under 400K for me to really target to invest in. Kenny Clark as well, a UCLA Bruin, by the way, if you didn't know. Joe Bruin, that's my alias mascot. I'm a big UCLA fan, so Kenny Clark, Anthony Barr have gotten cards. But Kenny Clark, just another D tackle. Really nothing too special in terms of the card. Really good block shed. We'll hit that 90 power move, but he's probably got to be under that 450K range for me to target him. And you see in the binder, we're hopping into the binder. Yeah, picked up 3 Chase Edmonds going into the bids. You see he's already at 770. We said in yesterday's episode under 650K, but as the day went on and really he didn't become available to pick up until really late at night. I picked up 2 585 and 589 back to back at about 10:30. So it was really late. They did not. The cards just weren't being bought. No one was really on buying cards super late at night, so people were just posting them and no one was buying, so the price was going down and down. And then I actually picked one up this morning at 587K, so we're looking to sell those off Saturday or Sunday. But you also saw in the bids, we did pick up Josh Allen. Now, I really wasn't really like wanting to pick him up, but I was playing some Mut Squads yesterday, and I wanted to play quarterback, so I was kind of forced to pick up Josh Allen. 300K was a reasonable price for him. But I mean, by the way, this is the first pack. I mean, welcome back, Josh Allen. Didn't really miss you, but that's the end of that story. Picked up Josh Allen, powered him up. Probably gonna have to stick with him or roll them at QB for a week or two. But just hopping into the binder in general, most feared part 3. Now I'm not gonna go too into detail because some of it's been leaked, some of it's gonna get announced in an hour. But that's all gonna be in the most feared part 3 video coming out in about an hour, not an hour or two, probably 2 or 3 hours after this video uploads. Aaron Donald, though, did get a card this morning on Good Morning Madden. Jair Alexander is in that league. And you see, Aaron Donald, though, has not gone up in price really at all. Because if you look at all, there are about 100 pretty much anyone who had Aaron Donald invested in, which was a lot of people. He was probably one of those popular cards invested in. They have just flooded the Aaron Donald market pretty much. But Jair Alexander was going for 35K, 50K yesterday. He's up to 125, and there's not that many of him. So really, I'm going to talk about it later, but we're going to see what we're going to do, what we can do on those Aaron Donalds and another card. Hopping into the Team of the Weeks, what can we do really with the Team of the Week cards? Now, Devontae Campbell is fine. There's like 7 up. He's all bouts. You probably sell him for 75,000 coins over the weekend or do the Ratliff set. He's fine. He's perfect. Everything we thought that we were getting in that Team of the Week investment was perked. Kyle Pitts, on the other hand, unfortunately, it was out of our control with the Roddy White power-up being glitched. Basically made his power-up go super high. Then when it got patched, super low. And then the Roddy White 93 got make rights, because if you bought the power-up Roddy White for 93, you got a make right free one. So that made Roddy White's set pretty much have no value. So Kyle Pitts really isn't being used at all for the Roddy White set. The only thing he's being used for is training, and training has yet to really super spike, but I do think training is going to spike. We're getting 4 limiteds this weekend, so it's an extra 2 days that rerolls will actually be relevant in the market. So I do really think training has a really big chance to basically rise a lot throughout the weekend. We're still at around 19 coins for training if you're able to snipe couple 2K under. But in terms of Kyle Pitts, what you can do with him right now, there's really only 2 options. You can hold and try to sell off for a little higher, probably over the weekend. Hopefully training goes up and you're probably able to sell Kyle Pitts for 72, 73. You could try to just sell him right now for about 70,000 coins. Take those 2 to 3K. What I did last night for a couple of cards, you see, I think I have 75 or 70 Kyle Pitts. I had about 110 at one point. I was rolling some heavyweights to kind of get some instant coins back since I had so many Kyle Pitts. And I mean, in terms of luck, I've pulled about 14 of these last night, and I only pulled 189. Really, it's unrealistic, honestly. But you see, Pull 1, Ryan Kelly, that basically was a break even. So if you really want to have coins right now, you can do some heavyweights, but if you need training, if you're planning on doing rerolls, man, just keep Kyle Pitts and discard him for trading. Remember, we got him at 19 coins for trading, which is still a little bit below market value right now. Training is probably going to, of course, it'll be down for like the first couple hours of the promo. It will only go up after that. If you pull some heavyweights, just be really patient on your sells. If you pull 89s, there's no point selling them for 70k. Wait and try to sell them for 75k, and then like Al Woods, Rob Havenstein. You actually see I listed Al Woods. I mean, I got so lucky. I pulled probably, I think, 15 heavyweights. I pulled 3 Al Woods, 2 Havensteins. Like I said, I pulled 1 Norwell. It was the only L. I pulled 2 Kellys, bunch of Collins, bunches. I did not really. It was an absurd run of luck in the heavyweights. That's really unrealistic. But just go into my bids. You see, yeah, I have been buying some Aaron Donalds. And why have I been buying Aaron Donalds? And we talked about it a little earlier. Aaron Donalds has been flooded on the market. Just an unrealistic amount of. An amount that's not going to stay that high. He was, what, 100? You could have sold him for 140 yesterday in the hype, and now he's been announced, and he's still 140. Just doesn't really make sense for me in terms of the market. If you go back and look at Derrick Henry's price, this was the same thing. He was 150k basically the day he was announced, and then he jumped up to 270, 300k the actual day he was put into the game, because people still can't put this Aaron Donald into their power-up cards. So when basically tomorrow hits and Aaron Donald's actually in the game, because a lot of people don't actually pay attention to Twitter, Good Morning Madden, they don't know that Aaron Donald's getting a card. When Aaron Donald gets put in the game, I see at least a minimum. That's why I'm buying some of them for under 140, 135. I can't see that card going under 160k when he is the best rider in the game. He's going to be used a lot. He's not going to be that expensive because he's a set card. I see him following that Derrick Henry path. Now, I don't know if he gets to 270, but I think 200k is easily obtainable, and having like 160k is guaranteed. That's why I'm buying them for a little bit 135. That's a little more risky. A less risky investment that you can do right now. If you want to know what I'm basically doing at all times, Discord, I've been saying DKs, me and my friends, we're buying DKs for 30k, because DK was 20k basically yesterday. He could have sold. Now he's been announced as a card, and he's only gone up to 30k. And if we look at the stats of this card, I mean, 87 speed and 83. He's getting a 93 overall card. He's going to have 93, 90. He's also physical archetype, not deep threat, so he can get route tech. This card is going to be the best wide receiver in the game. It's really not going to be close. He's probably going to have 93, 94 speed. Seahawks theme team is starting to become pretty good. And at only 30k, you see Jair Alexander, he's jumped from about 35, 50 to 123 because he's probably going to be the best cornerback in the game. DK Metcalf at 83 overall. Yes, you can use your power pass. He's only 83 overall. At worst, I think DK gets up to 50k. I think DK is probably 75 or 80k tomorrow night because everybody is going to be picking up DK Metcalf for their team. Everyone is going to be powering up receivers. You see where I'm getting this? DK Metcalf, I don't think, there's no way in hell he stays 30k. I think at worst he goes up to 50k. At worst, even if he goes up to 40k, you're still making 7k per card. There's no way. He's been flooded like Aaron Donald on the market. There's so many of him that, oh, we got announced. I'm just going to list all my Aaron Donald. I mean, all my DK Metcalfs, all my Aaron Donalds. We know, we talked about this last week. We don't want to list on the actual day they get announced because they aren't actually put into the power up. They aren't taken off the market. So that's why we're targeting DK Metcalfs and Aaron Donalds. For Chase Edmonds, if you want to know when to sell, I'm targeting Saturday or Sunday night. I want to get about 775 or 800k or more for Chase Edmonds. We're actually going to hop into, because I didn't want to do too much market stuff. That's going to be the most feared market video coming out in a little bit, but we're going to hop into a squads game. I'm actually going to be on defense. Teach my market duo. By the way, the score was blacked out in the first quarter, but you can kind of keep track of the score. Chig, if you remember him, we played this trio, has played squads for. Chig is going to be the head coach. I'm defense. Ryan is going to be on offense, custom players. Going to be rocking Michael Vick, but I'm actually going to take this first half to really talk about, and as the title of this video, is this most feared promo one of, and I saw Gut Fox talking about this earlier, one of the greatest promos of all time in Mut. Now, I've been playing Madden Ultimate Team since Madden 12. I can confidently say I'm a Mut vet. I've been through it all. Now, promos back then, like from Madden 12 to Madden 25, aren't the same as promo. Their whole structure is different. We didn't have sets. We had collections. We had basically a promo in the game was a bunch of 99s put in the packs pretty much. So my favorite promo, and you guys can put this in the comments, of all time, probably for me has to be either the Easter egg in Madden 12. If you remember that Tim Tebow Easter egg you got, it was pretty much you pull this card in any packs. It was an Easter egg that was worth about 7 to 8 mil. coins were inflated in that time, and pretty much you got back every single team of the week master, every legend in the game, and a couple of other things. But that was probably my favorite promo in the game. Put in the comments your favorite promo. Another one that comes to mind, Madden 20 Christmas was pretty awesome in terms of almost, I feel like every legend got a ghost card, and it was just really cool. The presents were dope, the rerolls were dope. But most feared, I mean, this promo, personally, I think this is the best most feared promo of all time. Most feared to me over the last couple of years, really kind of underwhelming in terms of the actual content, rerolls, so much that, I mean, there's so much to do in this promo. We've got limiteds, we've got rerolls that aren't bad, like they're almost profitable when there's no loophole. Yeah, the sets are awesome. We're able to get 90 NCATs back and build up your no money spent team. Cheap options, pretty much. The cards, I mean, we've gotten the best free safety, the best wide receiver. We got multiple best wide receivers, the best half. I mean, every position has been covered in this promo. And the cards aren't overly expensive. The only cards that are really expensive are limiteds, and that's being Brandon Marshall the most expensive. And he's not that expensive for a limited. I think he's down to actually 550k right now. I really think this most feared promo is one of, it's probably going to be the best promo we get probably all year. I'm just assuming that. But let's hop into the game. You see, we're up 14-10 in the first play out of the second half. Chig is going to lay the boom on the auto hurdle from Derrick Henry. So we're in business, man. A little shootout in SoFi to start the game, but it really tightens up. 3rd and 5, a crossbody inaccurate from Frick is going to bring up kind of a tricky situation. Not in field goal range. The shed off the left tackle. The Lomar Brown gets beat. KGB with the sack, and our opponents are in business, rocking Dan Marino, and they're just going to check down kind of our left user. Left user usually is Tej. I'm in the middle with Cam Chancellor. Chig's on the right. Ryan gets caught basically kind of trying to get the corner out more than anything, and the running back is going to go into the flat. 2nd and goal. I should have ran commit. That's really on me. I probably should have ran commit. These players or opponents were pretty much run on 1st, 2nd down, and they would pass on 3rd down. That was their offense, and they'd actually punt a lot of times when they wouldn't get the 1st down. But 14-7 now, we're driving. Pretty much we're still in control. We haven't had much. They're getting a lot of pressures. They're double D-line usering. Checks down to Derrick Henry. We get in the red zone, but we're going to run flood, and Ryan just gets a little too over-aggressive. Cam Chancellor just super tall, I think he has acrobat on him. Just a hell play. Our quarterback, Ryan, was losing full. He wanted to close out the app. Wasn't interested in basically being in the game. Me and Chig, usually we're the troll squad. When we play Mut Squads, by the way, we troll a lot. But we're going to clamp down, focus up, calm down. Only down 3 and out right at the rip. And the sack basically forces our opponents to punt the ball. 1st and 10, our offense has been struggling the second half. Man coverage and Andre Johnson. If you're wondering, Ryan does run a 50 out of 50 theme team. So Andre Johnson able to get past the corner in man coverage on the wheel route. And just like that, the money drive, we've been struggling all second half to score, and we're up 21-17. Now needing a stop. The first play maybe should have been intercepted. And then I hadn't made my mark on this game really all day. 2nd and 10, you're going to see me lurking with Cam Chancellor. Talk about a user bunnies, really. He probably jumped 5 feet in the air. The vert was shown. It was on display. Cam Chancellor. We are basically just going to run out the clock, take the field goal. They only had 2 timeouts to force it. Really, 20 seconds left, them needing a touchdown, and they just simply weren't able to. I'll show the last play. 3rd and 10. Marino's going to huck it up. But that's going to be all for this game. Thought it was a really dope Mut Squads game. I haven't been able to play head-to-head because I just got a quarterback, but I am probably going to be playing a lot more weekly this weekend, so we'll have gameplays on episodes on the Saturday, Sunday, and Monday episodes. Probably not more tomorrow just because it's more market. Most Feared Part 3 release, but that's going to be all for this video. Most Feared Market Part 3, detailed breakdown, couple hours. Going to start editing it as soon as this uploads. Congratulations really to everyone who invested in, Aaron Donald, Jair, Poyer, DK. Most of the cards we had talked about in our investing videos. And until next time, comment if you have any questions. Join the Discord, free to join. Always people in there talking about the market. You can learn a lot of things. Like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you're new, and until next time, peace.